The Olympic Games are here, and while many hopeful athletes have been working their way to Tokyo, some athletes have once again used this as an opportunity to not only disrespect the Games, but America itself. Please understand, using a national platform to defame the U.S. has become almost like a trend for athletes across the nation, color and gender aside. The beauty of our nation is that your freedom gives you the very right to do so. I'm Janelle Batts, and this is Red River TV. A young woman, Gwendolyn Berry, appears to be the next in line, as she has come under fire for turning away from the American flag and showing clear frustration over the playing of the national anthem. Berry went on to say that she'd felt like she was set up, whatever that means. What I always find fascinating is how these individuals have no problem competing or gaining national attention and honor, only to act confused when they didn't realize they were representing a nation that they appear to hate so passionately. So which is it? Is the American dollar appealing, but not America? Is the prestige of the Olympic Games American, but not the country itself? Personally, I do not believe that any of these disgruntled individuals are confused. I believe they're using their platform to openly display the contents of their heart, a contents that needn't a name because it was so clearly seen. I want to remind my generation of a time we never lived in, and people we never knew. We have become soft and gluttonous in our attempt to look enslaved, when we are truly recipients of freedom fought for by not only masculinity, but God and countrymen. There is a difference between entitlement and a grievance. There is a difference between patriotism and arrogance. And unfortunately, patriotism has been redefined and is slowly being snuffed out by those who have made it their endeavor to destroy our republic. I want to leave you with a reminder today. It was 1936, Berlin, Germany. The Olympic Games. Jesse Owens was present, and although he made history during those games, his legacy would reverberate throughout history for decades because of a single photo. I want you to imagine standing on that platform in a nation where the very root of racism was rising like a mighty arm out of the darkness. I want you to imagine knowing you would return to a nation where racial strife flooded the streets. Imagine being emotionally pulled both directions, and yet all of it was overshadowed in a single moment on that platform. Jesse Owens wrote about that moment, saying, "The greatest moment of all, of course, was when we knelt and received the wreath of victory, and standing there facing the stands, we could hear the strains of the Star-Spangled Banner rise into the air, and the Stars and Stripes was hoisted to the skies. It was then that I realized the immensity of my ambition of 9 years to become a member of Uncle Sam's Olympic team and to emerge as a victor in the Olympic Games. Yes, this was the moment I had worked for all those years. And let me say that as you stand there and watch your flag rise above all the others because of your own efforts, and you can say to yourself today, I am an Olympic champion, there cannot be a greater thrill. I pray my generation will learn one day the history that makes us individuals, untethers us from compartmentalism and the boxes of a very dysfunctional society. We've allowed history to break us rather than teach us. They claim that history is not being properly taught to our children, yet they ignore the moments in time that still breaks the narrative of yesterday and today. I choose to celebrate those that stood toe-to-toe with unimaginable rejection, only to triumph. Rebellion is now strength, hatred is now power. In a time where the anti-American song is petitioning the nation to be silent, let us remember men and women like Jesse Owens and be as loud as we possibly can. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Janelle Batts.